3 unexpected benefits for my art career from painting on plein air. I started painting on plein air as an exercise to improve my landscape painting skills. This experience surpassed my expectations because the last 3 months have been some of the most enriching and exciting times in my relatively short, not even 2-year-old art career. I enjoyed a very warm Indian summer, meaning late summer and early autumn, with good weather conditions that allowed me to venture high up into the mountains. I completed nearly 50 plein air paintings during this period, all painted in oil on canvas or canvas paper. Now that the summer has passed and we've entered the rainy season of November, I find myself missing it. Hopefully, the weather will improve in December and perhaps there will even be some snow. I'm eager to learn how to paint snow. And hi, if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Franziska and I'm a Swiss artist living in a tiny mountain village. On this channel, I document my journey of becoming a full-time artist in my 40s. 1. Moving mountains. My first important learning may sound very obvious to most of you. I eventually found out that I'm allowed to change things around in the painting I was making. Moving mountains, so to speak, or artistic freedom, as it's also called. It took me some time to figure this one out, but now it's actually only logical. After all, I'm not a camera. My job as a painter is to solve problems for the viewer. I simplify, abstract and curate the landscapes so they make sense to the human eye and evoke a specific feeling. Reducing detail allows the viewer more room for personal interpretation, making the painting more interesting and poetic. Basically, the point is to make a plan and stick to it, to avoid being overwhelmed by an abundance of details and relative color values. The longer I look at the landscape, the more beautiful it becomes in my eye, and my eye will trick me into too many details. This was especially important for painting atmospheric perspective. The focus of my eye wanted to bring things much closer and in higher resolution. It augments the saturation and contrast of the things far away. But if everything is considered important, then nothing truly is and the focus is lost. Eventually, I also began to paint faster, because there's a sequential process to painting a landscape. After determining the composition and the value map, I start with the sky and the furthest mountains in the background, blocking in the color areas. I primarily use titanium white mixed with some ultramarine and phthalo blue. As I progress to the initial layers of distant mountains, I gradually add more color. I then increase saturation and contrast as I move towards the foreground. Initially, I attempted to complete my paintings in the studio. This is a perfect, valid approach. However, as I became quicker and more experienced, I transitioned into finishing my work on plein air and then starting a new one in the studio. This new artwork would be based on a reference photo and use the color schemes of the plein air painting. This became my preferred approach because indeed, when painting outdoors from life, the colors are richer and the landscapes possess greater depth. Painting on plein air has definitely improved my landscape painting skills. 2. Closer to your dream customer than you think. And this one might be a big one actually. Something I didn't have on my radar in the beginning at all. And it includes stepping out of my comfort zone. When you go outside, you can either choose a spot where you are all by yourself, quiet, without people disturbing or feeling too self-conscious, etc. But you can also choose a place to paint where there are a lot of tourists and visitors, where people stop to take pictures of the beautiful landscape, which in general is a good place to paint anyway, because it's beautiful and awe-inspiring. Visitors come to witness this beautiful natural spot, and seeing you there painting confirms them. Your effort validates their feelings and appreciation of the scenery. They see what you do, and it's not some AI NFT stuff, but a real artist painting in flesh and blood, in the wild, in its natural habitat, in real life. Enthusiastic, happy, a authentic human being, actually. They see what you're painting, they associate the whole feeling around this landscape with your painting, and they might remember you for the rest of your life, and can tell this anecdote to their friends. And instead to buying some cheesy made in China souvenir, they might as well actually buy a real painting painted sur place just for them. This allows people who would never set a foot into an art gallery to actually connect with art in a sense that is more meaningful to them. I was already thinking maybe I should bring some coffee and biscuits to invite them, make myself more approachable. And chatting with them can actually be the starting point of a series of the following events or things. In the best case, they spontaneously buy your painting or one of your other artworks or prints you're exposing. So come prepared and bring some paintings, prints and postcards featuring your landscapes of the region. Or they wonder how the finished painting might look like and agree to give you their email address so you can send them the picture after it's finished. Ideally, you have an email newsletter set up and can enter them as a new contact. Or they are too timid to talk to you, but secretly scan the QR code of your socials, look up your homepage and so forth. So have your website address or QR code somewhere attached to the easel, backpack or portfolio, and further away on your car. Or they just take your business card and are never to be seen again. This is what usually happens to me. Basically, I discovered that there are opportunities to be seen and to acquire new customers. It certainly takes some courage to step outside my comfort zone and paint at locations where people can actually watch me. I found this quite important, especially since I think my Instagram is broken lately and I haven't sold anything on it for more than a year, after it actually started off quite well. Yeah. 3. Plein air painting is a thing. I started plein air painting purely because I wanted to improve my landscape painting skills. Just as drawing nudes and portraits enhances your drawing skills, painting still lifes improves your understanding of light and shadow, value and composition. Similarly, painting on plein air should aid in improving landscape painting skills. In my area, realistic landscape and plein air painting isn't highly valued. It's often overlooked and dismissed as a, 19th century practice. After all, we have cameras today on our mobiles. So, while researching plein air paintings from living artists on Instagram, I discovered that plein air painting is actually a significant trend. There's much more to it than meets the eye. There are some contemporary masters of plein air painting whose skills I truly admire, especially in the Anglo-Saxon countries, including the US, Canada and the UK. There appears to be a vibrant community of plein air landscape artists. They even have magazines and conventions. So I eventually found an event in Switzerland and signed up for a plein air competition. Possibly the only one in Switzerland, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Write it into the comments. And there I found a group of people who paint mountains together and organize exhibitions. They even invited me to a gathering next weekend, which I'm eagerly anticipating. In conclusion, what I thought to be merely a form of exercise turned out to be a life-changing experience for me as an artist. A very promising niche, especially nowadays when the world seems to be going like completely nuts. One finds consolation in painting nature or having beautiful landscape paintings at home to bring solace. These provide a calming, soothing vibe within our four walls. It's like a window into intact nature, or better, to better bear the zeitgeist. Right now, since it's cold and rainy, I'm actually in the process of uploading those paintings to my webshop. So have a look, you might find one you like or even a Christmas present for your loved ones. And if you're planner painting in Switzerland, especially in the Italian part, let me know. With this I want to say goodbye and hope to see you soon. Bye!